Hi guys, thanks for watching Aeolus Defense. We're continuing with the ranch series. And in this portion of it, we're talking about if you're having to mutually assist somebody or somebody's coming to mutually assist you, the equipment that you need. This portion of it is your rain gear or your extra set of clothing. So one of the things that you always need is 2 sets of clothing. So the clothes that you're wearing, and yes, it may stink, but if you're mutually assisting somebody, you may be in the same clothes for 5 days. It's okay. It's all right. We're all going to stink together. Okay. But so what I want to talk about now is the second set of clothes that you need to have in the event that maybe your clothes are too smelly, or more than likely you got wet, or the weather messed you up and you need to dry out, or the weather is just really, really bad and you need an extra layer. One of the things is this rain gear is pretty awesome in that if it's in the wintertime, it blocks all of the wind. And a lot of times in the wintertime, the wind is what makes you so cold. And if you can block that wind, you can, just having a great wind block, you can do really well with just a hoodie and some long johns. I would say the gold standard right now is the Wild Things gear, but it's also super, super expensive. So if you have Wild Things gear and you have the top and the bottom, you can be in a torrential downpour or you can be in an unbelievable winter storm and have this to block it, give you that extra warmth. Maybe you're sleeping at night, you can get that extra warmth with this and not wake up with dew all over you. Some competitive options they're not bad options, they're great options. And I'm gonna kind of go down the list here. So I have Cryptek. This is not their highest line, but it is their lightest line. And so because of where I am and what I'm doing and my capabilities, I'm trying to get the lightest that I can possibly get. And this Cryptek kit is lighter and a quarter of the cost of the Wild Things. Another option is you start saying, man, I really can't afford all of this. Well, cool. A great option, and I'll tell you an example of this option. We shot an elk. I can't remember how far back in we were, but it took us 2 hours to walk back there and it started raining on us. And 4 of us carried this elk out. And I bought this gear, this military Gore-Tex gear, because my brother's father-in-law was wearing this exact kit and he didn't get wet at all, but it was 34 degrees and it nonstop rained on us. We were soaking, every bit of us, soaking wet and freezing cold, sliding down. I mean, literally we would have to pitch the meat off of the top of the mountain and then we would slide down the mountain, pick the meat up, and then we'd like push it to each other and have to lift each other up. He had on this military gear, he was dry to the bone and we were just absolutely covered in mud and water. So I'm a big believer in this gear, but this gear is cheap right now. I think you can get the jacket for $100 and I think you can get the pants for $100. This makes excellent, excellent alternative clothing, rain gear, or winter protection gear. And then if you tell me again, still, you need a different option because of weight or affordability right now while you're trying to build your line 4, level 4 sustainment kit, you can just grab a military poncho. It will basically do all of the same stuff that this will. You can make a hooch out of it. It's pretty good. And then the addition to that I always add in mine is I keep a set of long johns, a long sleeve shirt, 2 pair of socks, and a pair of underwear that I keep inside of this dry bag so that I know for sure, no matter how wet I get, I have the ability to be dry. But this is very important for a mutually assistance bag, the line 4 gear, we'll call it, so that you can go out for 5 days, have a change of clothes, be out of the weather, and potentially keep yourself from being hypothermic. And these are just great options for that. There's none that you have to pick that is specific to what I have on the table. Just get great rain gear. I know KUIU makes good rain gear. I haven't used it. I've talked to people that have. KUIU, if you want to send it to us, we'll try it. We'll put it on in the rain. Sitka, same thing. This is what we currently have. This is what we're using. And this is what we can recommend to you right now. So there's several different options for you to be able to build out this kit. Pick the option that's best for you, but make sure you have it in your kit. All right, guys. Thanks for watching Aeolus Defense. Do me a favor, subscribe. Go right now, hit that subscribe button. Look right down there, hit it please. We need your help. We need you to get this word out. If you like our content, tell us what you want to see. Tell us, negative comments, whatever you think. We're happy to interact with you guys. We appreciate you very much for watching. Go check out Patreon. Patreon, we have some behind the scenes stuff, some stuff that we know that we can't say to get into, YouTube here because we're you know. So check out Patreon, please. Go look at it, Aeolus Defense on Patreon. We'll link it right down here. We appreciate you. See you next time.